先週空に放った式が一匹帰ってこないんだ。
I was walking home with Kana and decided to swing by the dorm immediately upon entering. The manager approached me with a troubled frown on his face.
どうやらどこか別の世界に紛れ込んでしまったらしい。悪いが探しに行ってはくれないか。
Of course not, I answered him. Didn't even need to give it thought. I will gladly help him with anything, anytime, unquestionably. No favor is too much trouble for me to ask for.
ごめんな。ちょっと今、僕は手が離せなくてね。
Wearing that peculiar smile on his face, of his, completely void of any guilt or reservation. He then passed me an empty lantern and a folded scrap of paper.
帰らない式を探すため、もう一度式を飛ばしたんだ。迷子の式のありかを見つけ帰ってきた。その式が教えてくれた迷子の式の行方はここに書いてある。それではよろしく頼んだよ。
I descend down the stairway leading to the basement so that I can enter through the gate and travel to the parallel world that I need to go to. You don't have to accompany me if you don't want to, okay? I'm not forcing you.
いいえ、別に無理なんてしてませんし、嫌でもありません。
Kana tags along behind me, not in her maid outfit, but now in her maid outfit, but no less peeved than she was at school.
何ですか？私の顔に何かついてます？
Sorry. No. It's nothing. I just watched you just watched your step going down all right. She undid the pigtails, I see. That must be the arrangement she decided upon. Maid outfit equals she keeps her hair straight, and uniform equals she braids them into pigtails. For a flash of a second, I felt disappointment, and that's when I realized that I thought she looked kind of cute in pigtails. And now that I'm aware of that, I feel awfully embarrassed.
ともかく、私がついていきたいからついていくんです。
Okay, I won't.
それとも、私が一緒だと嫌だったりしますか？
No, nothing of the sort.
本当ですか？
She seems a little grumpy. The tone she spoke in was much lower than her usual one. Say, Kana,
何ですか？
look, I know you probably don't want me to ask, but I have to. But I have to. Are you still upset over what I said on the rooftop at school?
はい、引きずってます。
Oh,
それに私、すっごく気になります。あの女の人とユーマさんの関係が。
well, you sure don't hide your feelings.
あの人はユーマさんの何なんですか？もしかして浮気ですか？浮気なんですか？
I
そうなん
mean,
ですか？
you ain't even dating. What are you talking about? How can you be cheated on? Use your brain. How do you even arrive at that conclusion? He's just a friend of mine. We go way back. As those words leave my mouth, I sense a feeling of guilt slowly creep up inside of me. I don't know why, but I feel like I've committed some sort of affront against Mio. She's my childhood friend, not my girlfriend, not my crush. She's a friend. Plain and simple, end of story.
本当ですか？正直に教えてもらえないと。私は
Despite what?
夫の浮気容疑で弁護士に相談に行きます。
Okay, and then the lawyer will kick you out because you aren't even married. Here come the tears. Look, please spare me the tears.
泣いてなんか。
Crying. Yeah, I know. You aren't crying. I slowly exhale. Actually, didn't you see you weren't gonna take it? Didn't you say you weren't gonna talk to me anymore today?
1時間だけです。無視は悲しいですから。される方もする方も。
I see.
それにあの女の人との正しい関係性を聞き出さなくちゃいけませんし。
I literally just told you that we're only childhood friends. How many times do I need to repeat myself for you to understand that?
嘘です。
No, I'm not.
嘘。
She seizes her shirt sleeve, then mutters,
嘘です。
You a sigh, then turn around to face her. You're lucky I'm doing your route first. Why are you that bothered by Mio?
だって。
Purses her lips, refusing to meet my gaze. Go on.
なんだかとても仲が良さそうに見えました。ただの幼馴染以上に。だから嘘です。
That's not true. I fret over whether or not she hates my guts, or what seems like a on what seems like a daily basis. That really close, hardly. Me, well, she is my childhood friend. I got back with her longer than other people. That's all there is to it. So if we appear a little comfortable around each other, that's probably why.
そんなの嫌です。卑怯です。
Why is it not fair?
私だってユマさんと小さい頃から一緒にいられれば一緒にいたかったのに。
We arrive at the basement.
それはそうと、あの泣き虫な狐の子に会うのもちょっと久しぶりな気がします。
She suddenly remarks in a gleeful tone, as if she's trying to shift gears and lighten up. Oh, I forgot to tell you. We aren't off to that place today. So yeah. Sorry, but you won't be able to see her. As I inform her, I set the wall clock's hands to exactly 2 o'clock, rather than the usual 2 o'clock 45 minutes. 2:45 is what you're looking for. Dong dong, the air reverberates twice as the clock bell sounds.
いつもと違う場所ですか？
Yeah,
それは怖いところですか？
I wouldn't say it's scary per se, just a little more spacious and open.
面積が広い？
Yeah, so try not to stray away from me.
はい、了解です。
He seizes my arm. What?
そばを離れません。ダメですか？
Fine, I guess. I swung open the door. The painfully bright sunlight here causes my eyes to squint almost immediately.
ここはいつもと印象が全く違う場所ですね。
The basement door had connected me to a vacant house at a certain street corner. Come on, let's get a move on. I'd rather not stay here any longer than we have to. Much unlike the merchant town, which is reached by setting the clock to 2:45, this place is a time-worn port town that has a calm, idyllic ambience. It's the kind of town that makes you picture a laid-back scene of two old ladies sitting at an open-air cafe idling away their time, while boasting to each other about how big their grandchildren are. Grandchildren are getting with wrinkled smiles on their aged faces. Yeah, and they're sitting in the chairs right behind them, right behind Kana.
私たちが住むのも港町ですが、雰囲気が全然違いますね、ここは。
It's an old town where every single aspect about it seems antique in some way. The kind you'd expect to appear in some foreign retro movie. We walk down the stone-paved road side by side. Many tiny fishing boats sit anchored to the dock, gently rocking from the force of the waves.
でも、なんだか不思議な場所ですね。
Oh, you think it is?
はい。だって、美味しそうな果物とか、いろいろと小物を売っている市場とか、コーヒーショップとか、魚屋さんとか、そこはかとなく生活の匂いを感じるのに。
Her eyes wander around anxiously.
どうしてこの町には誰もいないんですか？
She tilts her head in puzzlement. We have yet to pass by a single person since arriving. We haven't even seen someone. An eerily silent, uninhabited town. Not even the sound of nature can be heard.
こんなにも生活感にあふれているというのに、町の人はどこへ行ってしまったんですか？
Nope, they're still here. I take out my cell phone and switch it to video recording mode before handing it to Kana. Look at the town through this. You'll be surprised at what you see.
面白いもの？
She cocks her head questioningly, then looks down at the screen of the cell phone that I passed to her. A bit of a random, irrelevant thought, but Kana doesn't own a cell phone, come to think of it.
にどうということはありませんけど。
I said check out the town. Of course, you won't see anything if you just direct the camera to your feet, hold it out in front of you, and look what you see.
こうですか？
Just as I instructed her, and directs the camera frontward. Upon doing so, the screen displays exactly what I was wanting to show her.
あれ？
Almost immediately, her mouth opens in surprise as she starts looking up and down, comparing what she sees through the phone with what she sees in the exact same spot with her naked eye. See? The townspeople are there, just like I told you.
人がいっぱいいますけど。
Screen Connor has positioned in front of her is displaying the streets of this town, congested with people walking to and fro. A bustling marketplace and old ladies sitting at a sidewalk cafe. The speakers of the phone blare nothing but silence, yet looking at the scene displayed on the screen, you can almost somewhat hear the hurly-burly.
あの、
Yeah?
これはどんないたずらですか？
Oh, it's no prank. It's no prank.
だけど街には確かに誰もいないのに、それなのにどうしてこの画面にはこんなにたくさんの人が映ってるんですか？
Did you tamper with the phone in some way? She asked questioningly, her eyes still glued on the screen. No, I didn't do anything to it. The people living in the town are a little special, you see.
街に住む人が特殊？
I couldn't tell you why, but outsiders like us can't see them through our eyes. We need to use something like a camera as an intermediary. And even weirder, look, we can't touch them nor hear their voices. They're basically no different than ghosts to us. I reached my hand out towards the back of a pedestrian passing by us on the phone screen. We can't interact with them whatsoever, and likewise, they don't register us either. For example, they can't hear me talking right now.
それじゃあ
My face turns pale.
ここは幽霊がいっぱいの街なんですか？
Yes. Not really. I guess I might not have explained it well enough. Yes, we can't directly see them or touch them, but they're not ghosts. They feel hungry and eat food, and they also need sleep to function, and their bodies ultimately give out. They die too. They're living people just like you and me. I hear a light engine rumbling noise start to come from one of the white fishing boats anchored to the dock. A few seconds later, it cruises off towards the ocean, emitting a trail of black smoke in its wake. In our eyes, the boat appeared to have started and operated itself completely unmanned.
おかしなところですね。
Kana lets out a quiet gasp in awe as she watches the boat through the phone screen grow fainter and fainter.
異世界にはいろいろなところがあるんだ。
Looking through that screen, one can see a burly boatman with a massive beard at the wheel. On that note, I need to caution you with something.
Hi?
Whatever you do, do not touch any of the things in this town. Since they can't see us, it'll look like whatever you touched moved on its own, and it'll cause a huge commotion.
大騒ぎ。人には触れられないのに、物には触れられちゃうんですか？
Well, if you can see it, then you can touch it, yes. And from their perspective, we're the ghosts. So yeah, you get the idea.
なるほど。ポルターガイストみたいな感じですか。それは確かに驚きますよね。
Yeah, and I really don't want to pointlessly frighten the people here by accidentally touching something, which is why I want to make our stay here as short as possible. From time to time, though, you can actually find some among them who can perceive us. They're kind of like psychics, you could say. And I'd also rather not run into one of them. It'd cause turmoil. Well, it'd cause turmoil. Well, maybe. Alright, let's get this done with. I take out the scrap of paper I'd received from Shigure-san and unfold it. Let's see. Letters of ink that denote the whereabouts of the seekling. We're looking for the 4R spelled out on it. So it's in a cage that's hung up at the shop front of a music store, which is located nearby the clock tower at the town center.
何ですかその紙は。
Shigure-san's seekling in letter form. It depicts the place where we'll find what we're looking for. According to the explanation written on the paper, the shopkeeper of said music store happened to spot the lost seekling and thought it looked rather curious, so he caught it.
見た目が光る蝶々でしたもんね。それは確かに珍しいですね。
Well, apparently he's trying to sell the thing off by today, so we don't have much time to waste.
その紙には探し物について何でも書いてあるんですか？
Kind of difficult to explain. If you absolutely need to know, it'd be best off asking Chigude-san when we get back. Pretty sure you'll have a much easier time understanding his explanation of it than mine. The two of us make off toward the center of the town, while exercising extreme care not to accidentally touch something and make it move. We've now arrived at the plaza where the clock tower stands tall.
ありました。楽器屋さんです。玄関先にカゴも吊るしてありますね。蝶々が囚われの身です。早く助けてあげないと。
Yeah, give me a second or two. I opened the empty lantern I brought along and lured the captured seekling inside. Alright, our business here is done. We should hurry back to the dorm. Shigure-san's waiting.
はい、わかりました。なあ、ユーマ。
Oh. Suddenly, I hear Shinku call out to me.
私、思ったんだけど。
I don't like the sound of this. Which would be what exactly?
うん。そういえばユーマは最近、とは言ってもここ2、3日の話だけど、一人で地下室を使わなくなったなって。
What do you mean?
以前は毎日のように見る夢の光景を探して ユーマはいろいろな世界へ行っていたじゃないか。
Yeah? Don't. I visualized the scenery from my dream. Feathers falling down from the sky. Again. A voice calling to me. Stop doing this. It was already growing tired the third time you did it. We will forever be here waiting for you. The gentle sea breeze blows against me. Feathers dance their descent. Wind turbines along the mountaintop rotate. This parallel world bears a close resemblance to the town we live in. Kazatsugahama. Yet it's quite distinctly different. Yet it is quite distinctly different. Well, that's just because I always thought that dream might lead me to my lost memories.
だからユーマは夢の映像と同じ街、あるいは世界を探して地下室からたくさんの世界に行った。夢の正体を探るために。
But I never found any place that resembles what I saw in my dream. No matter how many worlds I searched, it was always in vain. In always a vain effort. Also, I'm not sure if I'm just imagining this, but I feel like the frequency in which I'm seeing that dream has been decreasing as of late. Perhaps my fixation on it has also waned as a result. Well, at least that's the conclusion I've arrived at after examining my conscious.
だからもう諦めるのか？夢の正体とユーマがどうしても思い出せない自分の過去を探ることは。
No, I won't. I definitely won't give up. I want to know who I am. I don't want my identity to remain shrouded in mystery forever. It's just how I put it. It's just, how do I put it?
だけど
It's just, there's something else I have to give priority to now.
それを
I shouldn't have to explicitly spell it out. You know better than anyone what it is, Shinku. What am I thinking of? It is Shinku's wish. Falling in love.
何か言いましたか、ユーマさん。
Sorry. I smile lightly. Just talking to myself. And as for my own wish, I still don't know what it is. It's lost somewhere within the depths of my forgotten memories. Yuma here. We're back. Holding the lantern in one hand, I knock on the door of the manager's office.
ああ、鍵は開いてるよ。入ってくれ。
Alright.
ご苦労だったね。ありがとう、二人とも。そこらに座って休んでくれ。とは言っても、そんな余分なスペースはないか。
We're in the manager's office. It's a small room filled with nothing but massive piles of odd junk. There isn't even room enough for a decent sleeping place. There isn't even enough room for a decent sleeping place. Why is it that the only two adults living in this dormitory are completely oblivious to the concept of cleanliness? Bro made a bed out of books. Or is there is there at least a mattress on top of the books? I'm honestly a bit speechless.
手間を取らせて悪かった。ちょっと今手が離せなくて。助かったよ。
He was in the middle of writing something, but stops his hand and turns around to face us. Did something urgent come up?
いや何、少しばかり手間のかかる仕事が詰まってきてね。その対応に追われていたというか、そんなところだよ。
You said some work you're involved in?
そうだね。
Would I be able to help in any way?
ありがとう。その気持ちだけで嬉しいよ。ただこれはあくまでも個人的な問題だから。だから僕自身がこうして直接処理しなければならないことなんだよ。手伝ってもらおうにもそれはできないことなんだ。
Really?
あ、そうなんだ。僕の術式は探し物を見つけ出すのには適当だけれど、探し物を見つけるのには最適にできてはいないんだ。程度の低い言葉遊びのようでなんだけれど。
Could you elaborate?
無機物ではなく有機物の行方を探すには少し手間を挟まなくてはいけない。ある期間こうして探している人物、あるいは動物のその名前をこうして紙に何度も書きつけなくちゃいけない。成功率を上げるためのちょっとした儀式めいた行いだよ。
Following that, he shows me a paper inscribed with letters of ink. It's filled from edge to edge, top to bottom, with a person's name.
このようにして探しているもののイメージを明確にするんだ。そうして探している対象と意識レベルでつながろうとするっていう感じかな。ともかくそういった難解な探し物以外にも、ここのところよくあの商人の町から探し物の依頼が入るんだよ。最果ての古書店に目をつけられた人間も探さなくちゃいけないし、忙しい時にはいろいろと重なるものだね。
I didn't know your power required that much extra labor in those cases. When you're searching for a person that's gone missing, how much time does it take to find them if you factor in that?
わからないな。まちまちなんだ。1週間で見つかることもあるし、1ヶ月以上かかることもある。探し出さなければならない対象が命あるものとなるだけで、僕の力にはぐっと説得力がなくなってしまうから。
Oh, okay. Do you get requests to find missing persons all that often? Flashes me a slight grin. That expression could be interpreted as both a yes and a no. Fair enough. Must be tough work. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's the sequeling we retrieved. I hand Shugure-san the lantern.
ありがとう。とにかく助かったよ。
He slowly opens the bulb of the lantern. The sequeling now released flutters about in the air with random movements. After a second or two, it softly lands on the sheet of paper left on the table.
おかえり。ご苦労だったな。
Almost as if responding to that gentle voice of his, the sequeling dims. Then, in the twinkle of an eye, the butterfly's form dissolves and forms into letters of ink, which are then soaked up by the sheet of paper. It bequeaths letters onto the paper that denote the whereabouts of something which someone somewhere is looking for. Jesus Christ.
さて、おかげで全部の式が帰ってきたわけだ。あちら側の客人が首を長くしてお待ちかねだな。名前を書く作業も一区切りついたし、早速お客さん方に報告に行くとしようか。
管理人さん、もしよかったら一つだけお伺いしてもよろしいでしょうか。
何かな。僕に答えられることならいいんだけど。
差し出がましいというか、ただの好奇心からの質問なので失礼になるかもしれないのですが。
After giving that nervous preface, Kana goes on.
その光の蝶々、それは一体何なのでしょうか。危険なものではないのですか。
危険？それはどういう意味かな。
ですね。どんな仕組みと方法で動いているのかとか、どうしてそんな不思議なことができるんだろうとか、いろいろと。
Her voice trails and trails. Oh boy. I guess I have to step in. I think what Kana wants to say is she's interested in the workings of your seeklings.
興味が？
Yeah, so if you don't mind, I think she would like you to explain them to her. Just a quick summary should suffice. I believe that'll satiate her curiosity.
ああ、何かと思えばそんなことか。いや、そうだな。そういえば君にはまだ何も説明しないままだった。
He scratches the back of his head, a bit awkwardly as he laments his oversight.
それは確かに気になって当然か。僕はちょっと抜けているところがあるみたいでね。気が回らなかった。夏目くんにもそれでよく怒られることがあるんだ。悪いことをしたね。
いいえ、ちょっと気になっただけですので。
そうだな。実を言うと僕自身のこの力についてあまり興味がないからね。だから満足な説明ができるかどうかは自信がないけれど。それでもいいのなら説明するよ。
はい、よろしくお願いいたします。
そうか。物好きな子だな、君は。
His face slackens into a smile.
それではまず何から話そうか。この力は僕らの間では式といって、僕が生まれた家というか家系に古くから伝わるものなんだ。
He breathes a puff of tobacco smoke from the pipe he had placed in his mouth before our very eyes. That smoke transfigures into a bright luminescent butterfly.
とは言っても、これは特別なものじゃない。僕の家族や親戚など血縁関係のある人間は誰もが使える力だから。個性と言ってしまうにはいささか普及しすぎている。ともかくこの術式ができることは一つ。それはなくしたもののありかを探し出せるというものだ。でも探し物のありかを知ることができるだけでそれ以上のことはできない。僕の式にはなくしたものを持って帰ってきてくれるとかそういった利便性を備えていないんだ。探し出してくるのはあくまでも探し物のありかだけ。
At that point, the seekling, which had been fluttering around in the air, abruptly disappears.
どうしてこのような力が僕の家に、そしてその血縁関係にある家々に伝わっているのかはわからない。いや、 正確には何かしらのもっともらしい伝承などがあるのだろうけれど、僕はそのあたりの事情をよく知らない。そういった込み入った事情に僕は興味が持てなかったから。だから何も知ろうとも思わなかったんだ。ただ、こういった力が生まれながらにあったんだってことになる。以上、終わりかな、この話は。
終わりですか？
そう、終わりだよ。もう僕からこの力について説明してあげられることは何もないんだ。これ以上式について君に教えてあげられることは何もない。僕が君に教えてあげられることは。
そうですか。
だから言ったろ、別に面白くもなんともない話だって。
そんなことは。
ごめんね。君のことを安心させてあげられなかったかもしれない。でもできればこれ以上心配しないでほしい。説得力はないかもしれないけれど、式にできることは多くないけれど、それでもなくしたものは確実に見つけられるから。だから君の探し物は僕の式が責任を持って見つけるよ。もう少しだけ待っていてほしい。それが心配だったんだろ？違うかな？だから式の特性というか性能を知りたいと君は思ったんじゃないかな。大丈夫。いくらか時間がかかるけど必ず見つける。君の探しているものを。それは絶対だ。約束するよ。もう少しだけ信じて待っていてもらえないだろうか。そうしてくれれば嬉しいんだ、僕は。
はい。
She casts her eyes downward.
ありがとう。これからも何か気になったことがあったら遠慮せずに聞いてくれて構わないから。
はい。ありがとうございました。
Kana asked Shigure-san to search for something for her. Did some kind of conversation between them happen behind my back? I can't say. It doesn't pique my curiosity. However, happy now? I felt a bit out of the loop with that little discussion at the end there, but I guess your doubts have been cleared, yeah? I shake that baseless suspicion off my mind. Everyone had their circumstances to a greater or lesser extent. What? No one has the right to pry without the consent of the person in question. That applies doubly. So when the person is displaying signs of wanting to avoid talking about the subject, thank you for doing that for us, Shigure-san.
いや、問題ないよ。これくらいのことなら全然大丈夫だ。そういえばユウマくん、ついでと言ってはなんだけど、ちょっと頼まれてくれないかな。
Sure, what is it?
いやね、覚えているかな。201号室の新人のことだけど、今日は珍しく早く寮に帰ってきていてね。
Oh, really?
ああ、そうなんだ。だから悪いんだけど、その子に君の手からこれを返してやってくれないかな。
He takes out an envelope from one of his sleeves and presents it to me. The name Komine Tsukasa is written on it, a name I've never heard of. What is this?
なんでも、ここの家賃のつもりらしいんだ。
Why do you want me to give that to her?
いやね、彼女も僕がここに置くと約束したものだから。だからそういうのはいらないと言ったんだけど、これがまた強情な子で断固聞かないんだよ。食事やなんかも今のところ自分一人でなんとか頑張っているみたいだし、僕としてはちょっと見ていられないというか、そんなところなんだ。
Okay.
だからもしかしたら年の近いユウマくんの言うことなら少しは耳を貸してくれるかなと思って。安直だとは分かってるんだけど、正直な話、僕にはもうお手上げなんだよ。
No worries, I understand. But just as a forewarning, can't guarantee that I'll be able to get her to take it back.
やれるだけやってみてくれればいいよ。もしダメならまた次の手を考えるさ。
Okay.
さてと、それじゃあ頼んだよ。今日は頼み事ばかりをして悪いね。
With the thick ledger storing all the information from his seekling in hand, he gets up and leaves the room. Kana and I then make our way toward room 201. After arriving in front of the door, I give it a few knocks. Hello? I'm here at the behest of the manager. Could you spare a bit of time to talk to me? After knocking again, I happen to notice that the door is unlocked.
はい、なんでしょうか。
I hear a shaky, feeble voice come from the tiny crack in the door, then that's slightly ajar. Oh, nice to meet you. The manager sent me here, actually. He's asked me to relay a message to you.
何かしらの営業や詐欺なら一方通行でご遠慮ですよ。
Huh? Look, like I said, I'm here to relay a message from the manager, so... Wait, what? I get a slight peek of the girl's face through the crack in the door, and much to my surprise, this is someone I've seen before. I never would have guessed. I remember you. You're that girl from school.
あれ、その声はもしかして。
I've not just seen her face. I know this face. There's no possible way I could have forgotten her after that incident from earlier today at school.
あなたはもしかして巨大なおっぱいが大好きな神様ですか？
Yeah. Right. I vaguely remember saying that.
巨乳好き？はい、神様は何が何でも巨乳が好みなのです。
The girl reaches to Kana for some reason with a very, very confusing boastfulness.
そしてとっても美味しいアンパンを握らせていただけます。
She nods along with to herself, reaffirming in her mind my saintliness.
C カップでも巨乳判定をいただけるのでしょうか。微妙な線ですね。
Uh-oh. Kana is musing that question by herself. How do I even respond to this situation? I don't honestly know. But man, talk about a surprise though. Shigure-san, you know him as the manager of the storm. But anyway, he asked me to return. What the fuck Huh? What was the point of the first part? He asked me to return this to the new resident, but I never expected that to be you of all people. It seriously caught me off guard.
私もです。驚きました。まさかこんなところでおっぱい大好きなお兄さんと再び巡り合おうだなんて思いもよらず。
What?
これは何でしょう。
Stares bafflingly at the envelope I'd handed her.
おっぱいが大きくなる秘伝の方法ですか？
Huh? Could you stop saying those embarrassing words in front of me? Pretty please.
恥ずかしいだも？
Come on, you know, titties, booby.
何を言いますか。お兄さんはおっぱいの神様なんです。そして私の命の恩人様です。
God of boobies. Right. She folds her hands in a devout reverence.
調子に乗るからこうなるんだな。
Yeah, but it's funny. I'm inclined to agree, shamefully so.
で、これは？
Oh, he told me it was the rent money you gave him.
家賃？
Yeah, he said he didn't want to be taking money from you, so he told me to drop by your room and return it to you.
それはダメです。
How come?
いくらおっぱいの神様のおっしゃることでもこれは譲れません。世の中にはけじめというものがありますので。
He pushes the envelope back onto me.
だからこれは受け取れません。
Look, I kind of need you to take this.
管理人さんはとても素晴らしい人です。
Uh-huh.
どれくらい素敵な人かというと、例えばお兄さんが巨大なおっぱいが好物の神様ならば、ここの管理人さんは慈悲深き仏様です。
Right. The Buddha?
はい、そうです。私のようなどこの馬の骨とも知れない人間を拾っていただき、ましてや学園やその他諸々のお世話まで。死ぬまで毎日3度拝んでもこの感謝の気持ちは正しく表せないのです。
Oh.
だからせめてお家賃くらいは納めさせていただかないと私の気が済まないのです。
Yeah, fair enough.
とにかくそういうことですので、お兄さん、これは受け取れません。どうか管理人さんにちゃんとお納めになられるようにと、お兄さんからもぜひそうお伝えしていただきたいのです。
Yeah, I see now why Shigure-san called this girl obstinate. But yeah, the manager kind of insisted that I give this to you. Huh?
申し訳ありません。おっぱい 大好きなお兄さん。私はこれからお仕事に出かけなくてはならないに。
Big titties loving Oni-san. Okay. Work?
はい。ここのお家賃や驚異の数値を伸ばすためにも食費をしっかり稼がねばいけません。
Is this gonna be like a trend with in this game where we get introduced to a girl and it takes like an hour before we actually know her name? Okay.
なので私はこれから牛蜜時まで汗水垂らして勤労に勤しまなければいけないのです。申し訳ありませんが、管理人様にどうかよろしくお伝えください。
She directs a quick bow toward us, and the next second she's scampering off. To make matters worse, she carelessly forgot to lock her door. I don't really know what to say. What a busy girl. So is the big titty loving thing already beyond repair? Am I going to have to be referred to as that forever? I'm a little concerned. Also, she was serious when she said 3 in the morning. Was she serious when she said 3 in the morning? Isn't that like against the law? Yes. I gaze at the envelope, which I ultimately wasn't able to give to her. Tomine Tsukasa. Yeah, we got her name from the letter, not from her. I guess I can assume that's her name.
ユーマさんは巨乳が好み、ユーマさんは巨乳が好み。もっと大きくならなくちゃ。
I think they're already big enough. Kana has her hands placed on her breasts, muttering those words under her breath, as if they were some kind of self-command that would magically make her breasts grow.
あともうワンランク上くらいには成長してほしいところです。そこのところどうなんでしょうか。
Listen, I think your C cup is perfect. Is perfectly about perfect already. Don't need to increase it anymore. Don't pray to me.
ご利益ありませんか？
No, I most definitely do not. Alright, guess I'll get started on dinner now. Anything in particular you want today?
そうですね。私は食べさせていただけるなら何でもいいんですが、あえてお願いするとすれば。
I'm not gonna let you cook. Yeah?
はい。なけなしの女性ホルモンの覚醒を促す栄養満点な食事を所望します。ホルスタイン的な要領で。
No, I'm not gonna feed you anything that'll make your boobs grow either. I can introduce you to a doctor that'll give you extensive saline injection breast enhancements if that's what you're after. But first, why do you need larger breasts? She feels big enough, and then say that.
でも女の子にとって胸のサイズはあればあるだけ困らないんですよ。
Yeah, you say that until you have permanent back pain. I'll keep that in mind. I don't know how to respond to a statement like that. At that point,
おかしいな。
surely you didn't hear what Kana was saying, right? Izusan suddenly walks out from the dressing room to the bathroom. Her head is cocked in confusion, and she has a slight frown on her face. Is something the matter, Suzusan? Then, the moment she sees my face,
なるほど。そういうことか。合点がいった。
huh? She vigorously nods, like she's just had some light bulb moment.
なるほどね。うん、これは盲点だった。
I have no clue what you're talking about.
わかったから。ほら、死の子の言わずに返しなさい。
Interesting. She holds out her palm. What do you want?
とぼける気？
Again, what in the hell are you talking about? A book?
ふふん。
There's a glint of smugness in her eyes. I have an awful feeling about this.
やっぱり犯人は君だったわけだ。だからそうやってとぼけるんでしょ？見え見えなんだから。
What? I literally have no idea what you've been talking about for the past.
無駄だよ、無駄。そんな下手な演技をしたって無駄なんだよ。ネタは上がってるんだからね。
Listen, the only thing that's red in this room is Kana's hair. Suzusan, supposedly a woman of 22 years of age, is grinning like some cheeky little kid. That's not a grin. Well, would she get mad if I made that comparison to her? Yeah, she would. She definitely would. Explain everything to me in words I can understand. Every time you open your mouth, I just get more confused.
もういい加減にしてよね。君はまた私の下着を盗んだでしょ。
And your
話をそ
proof?
らそうとしたってダメだよ。
And your proof is what? I'm a guy? I'm sure you've been misplacing it in your mountain of books. What? Did she just say that I've been stealing her underwear?
は？じゃないよ。
She sighs as she shakes her head in exasperation.
あのね、君の気持ちもわからなくもないよ。若いって大変だもんね、いろいろと。悶々としちゃうっていうの？とにかく大変だよね。いじらしいくらいにさ。
Listen. All I need is a phone in my hand. What? What? Yeah, that's what I said.
だけどさ、思春期だからってそのみなぎる性衝動のすべてが無条件に肯定されると思ったら大間違いだよ。青春を湾曲するなら自室でこっそりやりなさい。何か刺激が欲しいならそれなりに気持ちを高ぶらせられるようなお手伝いの品を貸してあげたっていいから。
What the fuck are you even trying to accuse me of?
またこの後に及んで照れちゃってるわけ？そんなの可愛くないと思うな、お姉さん。
Bro, if Suzu was playing a game of Among Us, she would have been the third imposter. What are you on? Who would want to steal your underwear of all things?
私の下着なんてってどういうことだよ。
You're a hag. That's what he's saying. Kana, still standing next to me, is shaking with a look on her face that reads, I cannot believe this. Wait, I'm innocent. I swear. It's just a misunderstanding. I'm not mature enough to steal someone's. I knew she would be jealous. Okay, you need to shut up and stay out of this.
もうごたくはいいからとっとと返す。お姉さんは困ってるんだからね。
Why are you arbitrarily deciding that I'm the one who did it? You're gonna accuse me. I want proof. Not you two. Hey, why are you looking at me like that? I didn't do it. I take one step back.
決めつけるも何もな。君しかいないんだよ、疑惑の人は。ほら、管理人はそもそも下着になんて興味ないのは知ってるし。
Okay, yep, it's literally because I'm a guy. That's the only proof she has. And neither do I. I have no idea what happened to your underwear, okay? I swear I'm innocent. Please believe me. Okay, that just makes you look more guilty.
へえ、だって君が寮に来る日は決まって下着の行方が不明になるんだもの。しかも決まってブラジャーばっかり。
なるほど。巨大なおっぱいが大好きなお兄さんですか。
Why did it have to be the bra? It could have just been panties. Kind of murmurs self-pensively. What?
限りなく黒に近い灰色ですね。
You have no proof. No, seriously. I haven't stolen anything.
昨日だってブラが一着なくなっちゃったし。あのさ、いい加減にしてくれなくちゃお姉さんは割と困ってしまいます。ノーブラがトレンドになってしまうような勢いで。
Please just listen to me. You have the wrong guy.
まあ何でもいいからさ、とにかく返して今すぐに。ほらほら、お金を払って買い取るって言うんなら話は別だけど。
So nothing I say will change your mind, huh? I feel the frustration building. Also, what was that she said? She wouldn't care if I paid money for them?
もう仕方ないな。ほんと強情なんだから、ゆうくんは。それじゃあさ、代わりと言ってはなんだけど、今ここで私の履いてるパンツをあげてもいいよ。それでどう？
What?
だからさ、とりあえずブラは返してよ。もう今はあれしか持ち合わせがないんだよ。
I purposefully ignore her demand. I mustn't allow myself to be swept up in her nonsense. You want me to go buy you new ones? So tell me, because I'll head to the store right now and... Hey, what the hell are you doing?
パンツを脱ごうかなと思って。
Stop it. Please, this is not the place to undress.
あ、それなら私も。
No. No, thank you. I do not need anyone's panties.
ちょっと。
No! What are you doing here? Huh? I turn around and see my childhood friend standing still in the entranceway.
下着が欲しいだの、欲しくないだの、あげるだの、あげないだの、何言ってるのよ。びっくりだわ。
あなたは今
あれ、誰かと思えば如月さんちのみおちゃんじゃない。ご無沙汰ですね。こんにちは。お久しぶりです。
She directs a short, polite bow towards Suzu-san.
みおちゃんがここに来るなんて珍しい。小さな頃以来？どうかした？見ての通り、ちょっと現在取り込んでてね。
そうです。取り込み中です。部外者は首を突っ込まないでください。
取り込み中。
Shut up.
今からユマさんにパン
No!
ツをあげるんです。
God damn it. She's looking at me with the eyes of someone looking at a deranged pervert. Hey, I didn't prompt them. Blame them. It's not what it looks like.
誤解？何が？
I'm innocent, so please, I'm begging you, stop giving me this stink eye. I'm not some disgusting criminal pervert.
で、みおちゃんは何をしに来たのかな？その両手の荷物といい、一見ただ遊びに来たっていう風には見えないけれど。
Mio is indeed holding some noticeably bulky bags in both her hands.
はい。管理 ますか？少しお話ししたいことがあるんですが。あいつ今どこへ行ってるんだっけ？
Oh, yeah. He's kind of busy these past. He's kind of been busy these past few days, and he's out on business right now. You're fine with it. I can relay whatever you need to him.
そう、仕方ないわよね。今日から私もここに住まわせてもらおうかなと思って。
Why? Huh?
聞こえなかった？だから私も今日からこの寮で。そんなの認めませんから。暮らそうかと思ってちゃんと保護者の許可も取ってきたの。無視されました。
Based Mio.
それにほら、もう学園で入寮の手続きも済ませてきたの。即席だけど。
She reaches into her skirt pocket and pulls out a dormitory move-in registration form that has the signatures of both a legal guardian and school official on it.
だからあとは管理人さんの許可さえもらえればって思って。
いいよ。
Oh, there he is. All of us turn around in response to the soft, nonchalant voice that came from behind us.
ちゃんと許可を取ってきたというのなら全然問題はない。部屋も十分余っていることだし。
Shigure-san, I thought you were out.
いや何、ちょっとキセルを管理人室に忘れていてね、取りに戻ったんだ。久しぶりだね、みおちゃん。元気だったかな？
はい、おかげさまで元気です。ありがとうございます。
She bows her head.
うん、そうかそうか。元気なのが一番だよね。うん。ま、とにもかくにも賑やかになるのはいいことだよ。僕は全然構わない。歓迎するよ。部屋の案内だとかはゆうまくんに頼んでね。好きな部屋を使ってくれていいから。
はい、ありがとうございます。急な話なのに感謝します。まあ、ともかく今日からみおちゃんもここに住むんだ。
Yeah, so you can join the antics. So, you're gonna give me your panties too? Never mind.
はい、お掃除とか食事の準備とかそういう家事全般は得意ですので何でも言いつけてください。
Uh-oh. But the cleaning is Kana's job.
私の球児としてのアイデンティティを強奪するつもりなんですか？
Except with the cleaning, with the cooking part.
これは久しぶりに寮内も明るくなるな。新人さんも増えることだし、本当にいいことだ。
Wearing a nonchalant smile, he puts the registration form he'd received from Mio into his sleeve without even checking it. If Shigure-san is fine with it, then I obviously won't voice any sort of objections. Still, what made you decide to live here all of a sudden? But regardless, that doesn't change the fact that I'm more than a little confused by Mio's actions.
なんでって、それは、その、あれよ、あれなのよ。
He's being intentionally evasive. I don't think I know. What do you mean?
だって、あれでしょ？ユーマ、こんなのがずっとあんたと一緒にいるわけでしょ？
So you're jealous. Who? I follow Mia's gaze and see Kana. She is a weird girl, so she's not wrong. Ah, The weird girl. Yeah.
なんなんですか？ユーマさんまでひどいです。
Sorry, didn't mean to.
そんなわけだから、ユーマ、これからよろしくお願いね。
そんなわけってどんなわけなんですか？私は全然よくわかりませんけれど。
Are you in any place to say that, Kana?
でもとにかく理由が不透明っていうか、もっとちゃんとした理由を述べてくださいっていうか。
だって。
Mia then throws a glance in my direction.
なんだかおかしなことにでもなったら嫌だし。
Of course. The voice gradually trails off. Funny business? What do you mean? I think I think she knows. I think you know what she means.
それは。
もしかして嫉妬してるんですか？私たちのこと。
Bro, if Kana is less dense than the protagonist, Yuma has no hope.
とにかくよろしくね、ユーマ。
また無視するし、なんなんですかこの人は。
うん、いいね。これは本当に賑やかになりそうだ。というわけでユーマくん、これから先のことはよろしく頼んだよ。
I kind of feel like you just passed me the bucket. Right then, the doorbell rings. Who's that? It's been visitor after visitor today.
うん、多分新人さんだ。思っていたよりも早かったな。
Is it the guy? Huh? But I just talked with her in front of her room, and she left to go somewhere. I'm fairly sure she said she had to go to work. Oh, right. I tried to give her the rent money back, but she wouldn't budge. I'll take out the envelope I had failed to return and hand it to the manager.
そうか。やっぱりダメだったか。こいつは弱ったな。いやいや、そうじゃない。あの子とは別の生徒が今日から入寮することになってるんだ。新人さんも増えるし、と、さっき言ったろ？
あ？
だから多分その子だ。よかった。道に迷わずちゃんと来れたみたいだ。ゆうまくん、開けてやってくれないかな。
Another new resident? Yeah, we really are getting a lot. And who was instructed and opened the door. And the person I find standing there is none other than...
どうも、はじめまして。今日からお世話になります。一ノ瀬歩と申します。
Wow, who would have guessed that it was gonna be Ayumu next? Wow, man, you know, you did... Never mind. Oh, you're the guy who transferred in today.
君は今日の転校生。
Why would you... What? Okay. The transfer student, Ichinose Ayumu, parrots my words in response. I got that. Then raises his hung head.
君は加上優馬。
Yes. Yeah, I'm that Kanoe Yuma. The one who sits next to you in class. There's a wry smile on my face. The way he talks just feels oddly comical to me. So you're the new resident I was told about? First, we become classmates and seat buddies too. And now we meet again here? Maybe this is fate at work.
縁がある。
Yeah. So anyway, I think I said it earlier, but I hope we can be friends.
握手。
No, no handshake. You only do that the very first time you meet someone. I only understand it on an intuitive level, but I feel like I now know how to talk and interact with him, assuming Shinku was right and he's similar to how I was as a kid.
お客様はどなただったんですか、ユンマさん。
Kana pokes her head out from behind my back.
どうも。
He does a quick bow.
今日からここにお世話になります。一ノ瀬歩です。
You're the guy who ruined my cliche! I was the one who's meant to sit next to you, but not you!
ああ、待っていたよ。ちゃんと迷わずに来れたみたいだね。
I was hoping Kana would say something like that.
はい。
君の部屋は2階の203号室だ。さて、荷物を運ぶのを手伝おう。と、はて、荷物はどこだい？
He doesn't have any.
特に荷物はありません。学生カバンだけです。
Weird kid.
カバンだけ？
はい。
布団も着替えも何も持ってきていないのかい？
はい。
The transfer student Ayumu nods firmly.
そうです。
木の実木のままやってきたという具合だな。まるでどこかから逃げてきたみたいだ。
I mean, he's something. I'm not quite sure yet. We don't have enough information on this world.
これはどうするべきか。
Shigure-san frowns as he ruminates on what to do.
よし、わかった。それじゃあ、使い古しでよかったら、家具の一式を僕が貸そうか。
家具を？
どれもあまり上等なものではないけれど、だけどまあそれでも何もないよりかはマシだと思うのだけれど、どうかな。
でも。
もしかして使い慣れない枕では眠れないとかあるのかな。
いいえ、そんなことはないです。だけど。
He doesn't want to feel like he's indebted. He's... Yeah. His expression is a bit strained. I don't know if I said the right word. You don't need to feel reserved, if that's why you're hesitating. I'm actually pretty good at reading people who don't outwardly express their emotions. It ultimately depends on the person, but I have experience dealing with those types of people, since Chiku's kind of like that herself. Bro, you cannot talk shit about Chiku. She can hear everything you she can hear your thoughts. No one's using those pieces of furniture right now. Right, Shigure-san?
その通り。もう誰も使わないものなんだ。使う者がいなければ、あとはどこかの施設で焼却処分されるだけの代物だよ。
だけど、何もかも全部を貸してもらうというのは、ちょっと。
Yeah. Like I said, he doesn't want to feel like I know what the right word to say is. I said indebted before, but he just doesn't want to feel like he... Never mind. He hangs his head, embarrassed. I have a feeling he isn't used to being the recipient of other people's generosity.
家具はなくても生きていくには支障はないと、そう思ったので、だから何も持ってこなかったんです。それなのに、僕の勝手で迷惑をかけるなんてことは。
それはいけないな。
いけない？
人間は人間らしい生活をしなければいけない。そういう決まりがあるんだよ。
人間らしい。
そんなわけだからユウマくん、倉庫に収めてある家具を引っ張り出す手伝いをしてくれないかな。
Sure thing. I nod. We're carrying them to room 203, right?
では私もお手伝いします。203号室の掃除はもう終わってるんですか？まだなら私がお部屋をきれいにしておきます。お二人が家具を運んでくる間に。
そうだね。一応昨晩に一通りはやっといたつもりだけど、よかったらもう一度どこか汚れたところがないかざっと確認をしてみておいてくれるかな。
わかりました。
Kana excitedly trots off toward the staircase.
それじゃあ私は夕飯の準備をしておくわ。厨房をお借りしてもいいですか？
ああ、好きに使ってくれて構わないよ。ちなみに君の部屋は1階の102号室だ。と、あれ？君の荷物は？見る限り君もカバンしか持っていないようだけど、もしかして君も木の実木のままという具合なのかな？
いいえ、今日は着替えくらいしか持ってきていませんが、来週あたりに必要な荷物をまとめて運ぼうかと思ってます。
なるほど。だけど布団がないぞ。寝るのはどうするんだい？
それは
ああ、そうか。
He taps his fist on his palm as he has a stroke of insight.
聞くだけ野暮というものだったね。昔からそういう仲だものな、君たちは。
Look, I wasn't going to say that Shigure was going to suggest that she sleeps in Yuma's bed. But why do I get the feeling that he's going to suggest that? What do you mean?
わかってるよ。今日はユウマくんのアパートで一緒に寝るんだね。
How did I know?
違います。
Of course not. Mio stomps off to the kitchen with brisk steps.
あれ、おかしいな。場を和ませようと思ったんだけれど、余計なことを言ってしまったかな。
No, Shigure, you're fine. Mio, if she wasn't a tsundere, she would have. If she was a dere like Kana, she would have accepted. You know what? Ask Kana, and she'll be like, yeah, of course. I would love to sleep in the same room as my husband. He scratches his head awkwardly, muttering under his breath, "Dear me, I didn't expect her to get so upset." She's flustered. Let's just say.
後でフォローしておいてくれないかな、ユウマくん。
Why me?
まあそう言わず頼むよ。さてと、それじゃあ始めようか。夕飯までには全ての作業を終わらせよ
Didn't you have work to do over there?
う。ああ、大丈夫だ。もうほとんどの仕事は済ませてしまってあるからね。あとは式を飛ばすだけなんだ。
You really saying all this in front of Ayumu?
よーし、よくわかんないけど私だって手伝っちゃうぞ。
So like, you still hung up on the missing bra? Bras? She starts flexing her arms.
重たい荷物もどんとこいだよ。
The heaviest things you lift are books. They do get pretty heavy. The amount of fucking books you have. Ah, shit. A storm must be coming.
は、なんか言った？
The biggest lazy bones in the world volunteering to help. Yeah, what awaits what awaits us might be much more deadly than a simple storm.
ほほう、よく言った。世界の終わりが来る前に個人的な天変地異をお見舞いしてやろうじゃないか。
She firmly grasped my face with one of her hands and then... Huh? What are you doing? A grip of death, if ever there was one. Ah! Fingers dig into my temples. You're crushing my head. The pain is indescribable. Well, yeah, she's crushing the temples of your head.
ちなみに私の握力は100キロ以上だから。
Pretty impressive. You're not human. Oh, right, yeah, she isn't. She got superpowers or whatever. The power of reading.
まあとにもかくにも卒業するまでどうぞよろしく歩夢君。今日からここが君の家だ。
Suzu's power is that she gets stronger the more she reads. He's muttering something too softly for us to hear. I think you should know what he means, what he's saying.
あと
Ariga.
なんか言った？
Ariga. Ariga. Arigato.
はい。
Oh,
この世はとてもいい人ばかりだ。
he nods deeply, then says,
ありがとう。
there you go.
あ、笑った。
Ichinose Ayumu's lips curl into a very, very faint smile. Happily, that smile marks the first step in his journey toward making friends. Presently writing today's diary entry together with Shinku. Today, let's see. I met the girl who lives in room 201 for the first time. I write the words on the page in front of me. Alright, that should do.
完成じゃない。だから言ってるだろ。一行だけじゃ日記とは呼ばないんだって。
I swear to God he's doing this on purpose. I'll never get good at this. It's been your third time. And according to Shinku, you've been doing this more than the 3 times we've seen.
まったく。しょうがないな。今日は南かなが転入してきた。どうしてか隣のクラスに。
Yeah, that's right. My class also got a transfer student too. His name was... crap. What was it again?
一ノ瀬歩む。
Yeah, Ichinose Ayumu. Thanks. And it doesn't just end there. He also moved into Arashiyama Hall. Once again, I end up writing the entry with Shinku's help. On a different note.
なんだ、どうした？
Didn't you say you wouldn't sit on my lap anymore?
覚えてない。
Don't complain, Yuma. This is the best part of the day. Really?
ユーマの健忘症が移ったんだ、きっと。いいからさっさと書く。日付が変わっちゃうだろ。今日の分の日記が昨日の分の日記になってしまうよ。
I know. I resumed filling out the entry. Other than that, Miu also moved in, though I still don't understand why. Because you're dense.
そうだな。そういうこともあった。どうした？手が止まってる。
I don't know. It just struck me as a little odd how quickly she got the papers and all that ready. I mean, would she really be able to convince her parents that easily?
気にかかる？
Just a wee bit.
それは 幼なじみとしての縁というか、そういったものから来る予感のようなものだったりするのか？
Good question. I don't really know myself, but I'm planning to ask her again about her reasons. No idea if she'll actually tell me though.
そうだな。それがいいよ。
Other than that, there was also the whole thing with Room 201's new resident.
どうした？また何か気にかかることでもあるのか？
Crap. I can't quite recall the new girl's name. Yeah, me neither. She didn't say it.
は？またか？さっき一ノ瀬歩の名前も出てこなかったじゃないか。
Well,
大
you
丈夫
know,
なのか？
when I healed her during school, you know, it took a bit of my memories away. I don't honestly know. I clutched my head in an effort to scrounge together my fragmented memories before they can disappear. Nothing. I can't remember it at all. This is seriously bad.
つかさ。
ん？
遠峰つかさ、201号室の新人さんの名前だ。
Yeah, Tsukasa. I write down the name Shinku gave me in the diary. Phew. Good thing I have the names in my head again. I would have been screwed if I had to say to her the next time we met, sorry, could you remind me what your name is? I forgot. Yeah, but that only applies if she told you her name the first time. She's never said your name. She's never told you her name. Because then there would have been the she would have been named Tsukasa instead of girl. That'd be terribly rude. Yeah, but she doesn't know you know her name. It'd be weirder for her to hear you call her name. Since she's never told you her name. Well, admittedly, it's still not much better since I actually did forget their names.
心配だな。
Yeah, me too. Worried? About what?
ユーマの物忘れが最近ひどくなってきているような気がするから。
Yeah, maybe we should stop healing people willy-nilly. It's affecting you in your day-to-day life. Really?
新人2人の名前がいい証拠。私が覚えていたことなのに、ユーマはまるで思い出せなかった。これはちょっと変じゃないか？
Is it? Ain't no way. I try to sort out the chaos in my head as best I can. Everything should be fine. It's just a coincidence. Nothing more. I just happened to have an unlucky streak of not being able to recall certain stuff.
そうかな。そうだといいんだけど。
Well, now that I've recalled their names, my mind feels a lot clearer. I closed shut the diary on that note. I think I'll hit the sack for today.
Huh?
What do you mean, what?
もう眠るのか？
Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
いつもよりだいぶ寝る時間には早いじゃないか。
Is it really? Seems about my normal bedtime.
早いよ。30分も早い。
Does that even count?
ユウさ、少なくともいつもとは違うよ。
Where are you going with all this, Shinku?
もう少し。
Yeah?
もう少し。私の話に付き合ってくれてもいいじゃないか。
I knew it. You wanna talk? About what? This is why Shinku's best girl.
そんなこと聞くかな、普通。
Even I don't understand why. I can tell that she's feeling a little saddened. Face is always expressionless for the most part, but I can still easily read her feelings. Not in all cases though, of course.
ふてくされるから私。
Well, what am I supposed to do? You and I are together 24/7, so there's not really much for us to talk about.
なんだよそれは。まるでもう私と話をするのが飽きてしまったみたいな言い方じゃないか。
Sorry, I didn't intend for it to come off that way, like that.
私はユーマと違ってユーマとしか話す相手がいないんだよ。私だって誰かと満足するまで話したいってそんな気持ちになることくらいある。付き合ってくれたっていいじゃないか。
Oh, okay. I can definitely understand where she's coming from. Alright, let's talk, Shinku. Any topic in particular you have in mind?
Huh?
No food talk though, please. I'm already getting cravings now. And that doesn't need to get worse. Once I give in to temptation and indulge in a little late night snack, it reappears as Flab, and nobody likes Flab, right? Other than that though, I'll talk about anything. As long as it's not also sex.
だから好きだぞ、ユーマ。
Hang on, I haven't done your route yet, so... The two of us proceeded to talk until late in the night. Strangely enough, there were no lulls in our conversation, and that's about the only way I can describe it. Strange. Weird, isn't it? We're basically together 24/7, yet we can just talk to each other for days on end, it seems like.
私は話のネタは尽きないから、いくらでも話していられる。
An infinite supply.
そうだよ。なんせ一日中ユーマが誰かと話をするのをただ隣で見ていないといけないんだから。そういうのはなんだかちょっともやっとするんだ、胸のあたりが。
Oh, I never knew that. I let out a heavy yawn. Sorry, I'm about to nod off.
そうか。ごめんな。こんな夜遅くまで付き合わせてしまったりして。
Nah, it's okay, honestly. Rather than an apology, a thank you would make me much happier. I said that hoping to tease her, or rather, embarrass her a little bit, but...
ありがとう。
Huh?
ありがとう、ユーマ。
She smiles warmly at me. Then she softly leans back against me and peers up at my face. Wow. You didn't have any trouble expressing your feelings, Shinku.
もちろん。私は正直、それが私の売りだ。
That's something you learned through the course of your previous life?
そういうこと。半分しかない私の記憶がそうであるようにって物語ってるんだ。
Oh, I see.
ああ、そうなんだよ。
Hang on. Bro, go back. Look at this shit. He only says right?
ああ、そうなんだよ。
Bro, where's the rest of the translation? This isn't the only time it's been like that, right? Anyway, I feel sort of prickling pain in my chest when I look at that modest smile of hers. I should be entirely used to seeing her face, so why? I don't quite understand what created this feeling. Alright, good night, Shinku. See you in the morning.
あ、おやすみユーマ。
You
お前の明日が今日よりもずっと楽しいことで溢れているようにと祈ってるよ。
So soon after I begin to dream. It was a memory of a day from the distant past.
Ne, 本当に覚えてないの？
Oh,
私のこと。
is this the flashback right after we ended the previous one? Her name was Kisaragi Mio, and apparently she was my childhood friend. Only based on appearance, she seemed to be around the same age as I was.
本当に何も覚えてないの？嘘じゃなくて？
It's true. I'm not lying, I swear. Should I do a younger voice? I had the same question. I asked the same question in fucking Love Sweet Garnish. I didn't do it last time, so last flashback. Per Shinku's urging, I chased after the girl who had come to my door, and ultimately ran off in tears. Caught up to her soon thereafter, and we wound up talking while walking the streets of the town together. I never imagined that my first venture into the world beyond that room would be for a reason like that. That boy back then, everything was new and unfamiliar. He had never seen this town before.
本当に覚えてないんだ。私がこの2週間くらいの間、ユーマに話したことも全部。
No. I shake my head. I don't remember you or anything else. I don't even know who I am. I just opened my eyes and I was there in that room. I don't know if I'm doing a good voice. I was unable to recall anything regarding my life before that day, not even the tiniest of details. I have no memories.
そう。やっぱり、そうなんだ。
Sorry,
どうして謝るの？
I could have forgotten something really, really important. When I think of the possibility that I have, I feel a bit bad. That doesn't just apply to my emotions, doesn't just apply to my memories of you. Maybe every single thing I forgot was really incredibly important in some way. I said emotions because the memories was overlapping the smile. I don't know. If you don't mind, could you tell me about myself? It seems like you know things about my own self that I don't even know. I can't make any promises but I'll try my best not to forget what you tell me this time.
いいの。その話はもういい。だけどね、今度は別の話をするよ。
What's that?
何も知らないユーマに教えてあげる。私のこと、この町のこと、何もわからないんでしょ？何でも聞いて、教えてあげるから。
Thank you. I asked Mio a myriad of different questions, and she explained to me a myriad of different things. The name of this town was Kazatsugahama. It was a rural town with a rapidly declining population. Kisaragi Mio lived around the outskirts of this town. Supposedly, our acquaintanceship began around 1 month ago. But no matter how much I pressured her for an answer, she would never say how she and I first met.
何？不満そうな顔してる。
Okay, now I'm thinking Mio was the one who... No. Mio was... I don't think Mio was the one who made the promise. Yeah, never mind. Thinking too deep into it. Are we really childhood friends? If we've only known each other for a month? Yeah, well, you've known her for a day now, so...
いいの。これからずっと私とユーマは友達だもの。だからいつかは幼馴染になるの。
What do you mean?
そう。関係性を先取りするんだよ。
She spoke that confusing line with a beaming smile on her face.
運命とか神様とかに宣言するの。私たちは幼馴染になりますって。
What if we get into an argument next week and never see each other again?
そんなことはしないの。絶対に。
I mean, she isn't wrong. It didn't happen next week. She put a guarantee on our future relationship.
そういうこと。
I was still just as confused. Brought me lunch every single day over the course of that month. I held up the pouch she'd thrown at me earlier for her to see. Inside were 2 lunchboxes, most likely one for myself and one for her.
そう毎日ずっとだよ。あなたにはお父さんもお母さんもいないみたいだったから。それに
Oh
私
shit.
のことを助けてくれたお礼だもの。
There was a lot more there that
あなたにはお父さんもお母さんもいないみたいだったから。それに私のことを助けてくれたお礼だもの。
you wanted to thank me.
そう、お礼。お腹すくでしょ？
Thank God I didn't go past. No, I can't tell. We hopped up onto the seawall, sat side by side, and ate lunch while staring out at the vast blue sea before us.
ねえユーマ。
ん？
水平線の海と空の境目はどちらが濃いのかな？
I don't know. I'd have to go there and see.
ユーマとは話が合わない。
Mio grimaced a bit sullenly.
想像力が足りない。
Sorry, I guess. What imagination? He doesn't have memories, so how can he imagine? Wait. What even was the horizon? I couldn't possibly hope to give her the kind of answer she was seeking without clear definitions of what constitutes both ocean and sky. I continued eating Mio's lunch. It's really good.
本当？
I nodded.
よかった。ユーマはいつも一日中本ばかり読んでて何も食べないから好き嫌いが多いのかなって心配してたのよ。
I don't eat.
うん。私がお弁当を持っていかないと食事を取らないの。一日3食ちゃんと食べないと体に悪いよ。
I have to.
そうだよ。
Why are you being so this nice to me?
どうして？
I don't know, I just decided that he needs to be more wimpy. Well, from what you've told me, I don't exactly seem like the kind of guy anyone would want to hang around. Anyone would want to hang around. Pretty sure most people would just ignore a weirdo like me.
私が変に感じるかどうかは私が決めます。
Okay.
面白いから。
Huh?
ユーマみたいな人は私の友達の中にはいないから。だから面白いの。怒った？
Not really. As she was in the process of stowing away the empty lunchboxes, I asked her something. Hey, so earlier you said something about you making me lunch as a thank you?
それは秘密。教えてあげない。何を教えてもすぐに忘れちゃうユーマには絶対に内緒。今日私がユーマにした説明、私が何回ユーマにしたかわかる？
Wait, what? how many times has this happened before? I shook my head and answered, no, I don't. What do you mean? How many times did you?
これくらい。
Oh. Spread out all the fingers on both of her hands and flashed them in front of me. 10 whole times?
違う。20回くらいだよ。
Oh. But you only have 10 fingers.
細かいことは気にしないの。とにかくいっぱいいっぱいなんだよ。
Okay. According to Mia, every day when she would come to bring me my lunch, I would always unfailingly ask her the exact same question. Who are you? Interesting. Well, since we're seeing this flashback, clearly this is the last time he'll ask, who are you, right? That's how it works.
ユーマはね、一日経ったら一日前の記憶がなくなっちゃうみたいなの。
Huh? What did that mean?
私も最初は信じられなかったけど、でもね、それは本当みたいなんだよ。1ヶ月間ずっとユーマのことを見てた私が言うんだもん。間違いないよ。
So that's why I always ask who you are.
そうだね。本当にあなたはどこのどなた様ですかっていう言葉を顔中に貼り付けて礼儀正しく私に聞くんだよ。君は誰？
Fuck. Look, at least this time there wasn't as much. It was just her restating, who are you? That sounds like a really scummy guy.
みたいじゃなくてその通りだよ。ひどいやつだよ。
At least she's being honest. She puffed out her cheeks in indignation.
私がユーマと会ってからユーマはずっとそうなんだよ。
Really? Always?
昨日まで普通に話してたのに、一日経って部屋に様子を見に行くと、もうユーマは昨日までの記憶がないの。誰かに頭の中のリセットボタンを押されたみたいに。そうして毎朝まるで たいにユーマは私に言うの。
Who are you?
そう、今のユーマもその別人の一人なんだよ。昨日までのユーマとは違う人。
Wow, really?
そうだよ。だって昨日は僕じゃなくて俺だったし、この説明だってもう何回もしたんだから。
Sorry. Why was I seemingly imprisoned in this absurd, never-ending loop? Why am I using the shitty voice? It almost reminded me of the rotation of the Earth. Sunrise, sunset, memories gained, memories lost, ad infinitum.
地球が自転する。そういった細かい知識というか雑学というか、そういうのを覚えてるんだな。自分のことはまるで知らないのに。不思議だよ、まったく。
I don't know why I didn't realize that. How is it that you know about the Earth's rotation cycle but don't know what a horizon is? Your memory is seriously so erratic. I heard her exasperated yet gentle and soothing voice inside my head. My schizophrenia became a waifu. Well, that wasn't important. I had to focus on my childhood friend, Kisaragi Mio, the friend that I'll forget tomorrow. Why is she so nice to me? I'm terribly heartless. Or at the very least, strange in every sense of the word. I couldn't help but feel a strong sense of gratitude toward this supposed childhood friend of mine, Kisaragi Mio. Truth, I'd wanted to thank her instead of apologize. A heartfelt, sincere thank you. I was a bit too daunted to voice those words. Simply put, I was too shy to express my gratitude to her. That's the conclusion I arrived at 10 years later, as I look back in retrospect on this day. Yeah, that was definitely it. At that time, I was too embarrassed. That's why the boy I was then, was never ever able to properly thank Mio.
本当に悪いと思ってるなら、もう私のことをこれからは忘れたりしないこと。いい？
Sorry.
謝らないで。約束してくれたらいいの。忘れないって。
Just a short while prior, she'd been bawling her eyes out and raged at me, but now, there was none of that. Had I already earned her forgiveness? You aren't mad anymore? I mean, listen, she's done this 20 times already. The amount of patience she has is astounding, to say the least. For a kid, like, she has more patience than a Buddhist monk. I decided to gingerly slip in the question. I had to ask who you were again today, so you had a good reason to be.
怒ってるけど、怒ってないよ。
What do you mean by that? Huh? I don't get you. He answered me, intermixing a sigh between the two parts of her response.
怒ったって仕方ないもの。さすがに慣れちゃった。
After that, the two of us strolled through the town and chatted some more. The room I awoke in lies within this town. Time and time again, I found myself coming back to that surreal realization. I can only store one day's worth of memories. come tomorrow, I'll no longer be me anymore. Mysterious sorceress who goes by the name of Nikaido Shinku, and the wondrous power that I've received from her. I absolutely have to fulfill her wish. Also, I can't forget that this kind-hearted childhood friend of mine... What did it all mean? None of it made any sense to me whatsoever. Maybe this was all just a nasty dream, and the real me was some person groaning in his bed at this very moment. If that was true, nasty wouldn't even begin to describe the horrors of this dream. That's some Junji Ito shit right there. It felt frighteningly plausible to someone like me, who had no identity nor any sense of self. It brought me upon a painful feeling of loneliness, causing my stomach and chest to tighten and constrict, almost as if someone was forcefully squeezing them. It'd be nice if I could at least have free control over my own mental state. Things to be forgotten, things not to be forgotten, things deserving of attention, things not deserving of attention. The extent that you could conscientiously manage all of those aforementioned things with relative ease. Humans are... I don't know if this is adult Yuma or kid Yuma. Humans are designed with a lot of flaws. Oh, it's kid Yuma.
何？なんか言った？
No. Just talking to myself. I finished shaking my head.
どう？何か思い出さない？
After we toured the town in its entirety, he asked me that hopeful.
昨日までの私とのこと思い出さない？
I don't know. Nothing was coming to me. We walked by various places, one after the other, from the lighthouse to the beach, the shopping district, and even to the wind turbines lining the mountainside. Mio told me about all of them in great detail. However, the only impression I felt during the entirety of our trip was that I was stuck in some stranger's world. Everything my eyes saw, everything my skin felt, every sensual experience I had felt strangely foreign to me, and that feeling never went away. Hey, Mio.
何？
Do you think we'll repeat all these conversations tomorrow? Am I gonna ask who you are when you show up to my doorstep again? The thought of that instilled fear within me. It was a prospect much more frightening than my current dilemma of not being able to remember anything. Is there nothing I can do? I really don't want to forget about you. More precisely, I didn't want to forget about her, or Shinku, or myself. I didn't want to forget any of the new things I'd learned of that day. I don't want to disappear. I want to stay who I am right now. Do you think I'm just asking for the impossible?
そんなことは。
If what you told me is true, I'll cease to be the same person I am right now when tomorrow comes. It might sound like an exaggeration to describe it this way, but to me, it feels like I'm going to die tonight.
そうかもしれないね。
I don't want to die.
でも大丈夫だよ、ユーマ。
Why is that?
たとえ明日のユーマが今日のユーマと違っても
I will.
ここに。
With that, she placed a hand on her chest, near her heart.
だから大丈夫だよ。私はユーマに何度でも今日みたいに付き合うよ。ユーマに何度でも説明するよ。あなたは私の幼なじみになる人だって。時々は今日みたいに泣いちゃうかもしれないけど。
Her facial expression loosened as a faint smile surfaced. You keep changing, Yuma, little by little, day after day, so I know everything's going to be alright. I'm sure you'll stop forgetting about yourself and about me someday. Hearing those genuine feelings of hers made me indescribably happy. It invoked a sense of relief within me. I knew it wasn't simple lip service on her part. She would always be with me. And that only strengthened my resolve further. I want to stay who I am right now. Tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, forever.
ユーマ、
I don't want to die.
どうしてんの？
Yeah, absolutely not. Stopped in her tracks and began to ruminate. Mio?
それなら一つだけ方法があるかもしれないよ、ユーマ。
Really?
これはね、クラスの男子が噂しているような幼稚なお話だから私も信じてなくて。だから昨日までのユーマには話したことのない話だったんだけど。
She lowered her voice, drew her lips near my ear, like she was letting me in on a secret, then said,
この町にはね、魔女が住んでいるんだよ。